using the extruder in the studio, and first we want to make sure we have all the accessories, including the die holder and a die of the appropriate size for the coils we want to make. We're going to make a stack of coils for coil building today. I'm going to choose a coil from this selection, and because there's multiple holes in that die, I'm going to use the blinder to just select the hole I want to use, and then I'm going to put that stack of the blinder and the die into the die holder, and I'm going to affix that to the bottom of the extruder. There are two little hooks that hook onto two little rods, and gravity kind of holds it in place there. Once I get it in place, I like to check to make sure that the die hasn't shifted. Then I'm going to get some nice fresh clay out of the bag, a good amount of clay, and then I am going to shape the clay into a tube so that it fills the extruder completely. So the extruder is a great tool in the studio for making very well compressed coils for coil building. It does utilize quite a bit of clay. So as you can see here, this is a maybe 8 or 10 pounds of clay. I am smacking it into a tube that just fits perfectly in the inside of the extruder and filling it all the way to the top. It takes a bit of clay to prime the extruder, but you get all that clay back. There's a horseshoe-shaped ring on the top of the extruder handle, and you want to slip that over the rod that sticks out of the top of the extruder and begin sort of pumping that arm down until it starts to compress the clay enough that it begins pushing your coil out the bottom there. And as this coil is extruded onto a board that's covered in plastic, I'm sort of coaxing it into round. I'm also making sure that the rod, the extruder handle, is in line with the extruder itself and not off to the left or the right where it can get jammed. I am sort of coaxing those coils into round. It's going to be a round object eventually. I want to get those particles moving in the direction they are going to be eventually built with. So once we have all of your coils, cover them well with plastic until you begin working and while you're working. Place them aside and then push that little horseshoe back up and do this reverse motion to remove the handle, and then you can remove the clay from the inside or add more and continue extruding. When you're finished with the extruder, be sure to clean the extruder.